A great experience. Anytime you can play on that stage and get in the end zone and help our team win, it's always a great feeling. Great call by our coaches, something that we had worked on that week of practice, and they pulled it out at the right time. So just great overall feeling.
How long had that play in the play action where you've been and you guys have repetitive practice with just implemented that last week?
Yeah, something we just had in that week, and so usually try to put a few things in each week, just all over the place, sprinkle new things in for each team, and that was just something that was in that week.
What does it say about their creativity that they're able to make this package work in so many different ways?
I think it's huge. I mean, you don't ever want to be one-dimensional as a team, and so being able to do different things out of different formations is something that I think our coaches do a great job of.
What's it gonna be like for you to run down that hill?
Wow, it's so real. I definitely think it came way too fast. I remember being here for other senior days and seeing guys and thinking that would never really be me. And now we're talking about it this week in meetings and stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute, y'all are talking about my senior day. I'm one of those guys that y'all are talking about now. And so it's crazy experience. But it's a happy one. It's kind of a moment to kind of take and take it all in, and with the guys that I'll be standing there with, and just realize that, hey, we all walked in together and we're all finishing this thing together. And so it'll be a super, super duper proud moment for me, senior day will.
It's also a night game, first one of the year.
Yeah.
Why is the night games in that? Why are they so unique compared to just a normal group?
I think it's our fans. I think our fans are a little bit more intense for the game, and then just I think it's the anticipation of waiting to play all day. And so when we finally get there, it's kind of like we're finally here. Let's play. And so 12 o'clock game, you don't really have a lot of time to think about it. We're up early and we're at the stadium early, and before you know it, we're kicking the ball off. And so, but very excited. And I think we have two back-to-back. I think South Carolina's a night game too. Is that correct? And so, extremely excited to finish my career here in the Valley with two night games. Can't wait.
Saw the emotion on your face when you answered the previous questions. What has this group meant to you during your time here at Clemson, your senior class?
Everything, really. I mean, you come in with guys and from all over the country, and some guys you know well, some guys you don't know through recruiting, and then, after 4 or 5 years, everybody's your brother. And so some of these guys will be at my wedding, and I'm sure I'll be at theirs. And Coach Winnie always says one day, unfortunately, we'll all be at each other's funerals. And so that's kind of how it is. I mean, it's definitely a brotherhood with this class and this team in general, but specifically this older group, because we've all been through a lot together.
How do you think the legend of Hunter Renfro will grow 10 years from now when you guys talk about reminisce during your times here? Do you think Hunter Renfro will become like a 7-foot, 8-foot giant on the field? Or, how will his legend change in your mind over the years?
I think it'll just always be a special moment for everybody that's a part of Clemson Nation. I mean, we'll never, ever forget that play and that moment. So he's definitely going down in Clemson history.
What do you think you're going to miss the most?
Probably running down the hill. That's really special, considering that, nobody else in the country really has anything like that. Everybody has a night game. Everybody has practice. Everybody has all the other stuff. But the hill is really special to Clemson and the tradition that we have here. And so I think that'll definitely be what I miss the most.
Coach's point to you as one of the team leaders this year. When you got here, did you see yourself ever taking on that role?
I think I did. I kind of had to learn my place when I first got here. It's kind of hard to walk off the street and come into a building and lead a group of guys. And so, but I was that way in high school. I saw myself as a leader in high school, and so I think that carried over to once I got here, especially when I got a little bit older and I understood how the program worked and how things work. I think I kind of grew into that role as I got older within the program.
Well, being here the last 3 years and going through running, you've been there step by step. What are you telling the guys underneath you now as a team leader? Mentoring them along the way here as we go into the championship part of the season.
Right. So many things. Number one, I think, would just be take care of your body. It's a very long season for us. You talk about playing 15 games a year for, basically 3 or 4 years in a row. And so that's really hard on your body when you add in fall camp and things like that. And a lot of younger guys don't really understand it because they're not banged up. They're like, my body feels fine. I'm like, still get in the cold tub. Because it's gonna be one night and you're not gonna feel too good, but if you were doing what you're supposed to, you would have. So I think that's my main thing to the young guys right now is just take care of their bodies and then don't lose focus. As we go, the lights only get brighter, and some guys handle that well and some guys don't. And so I think just preparing them to handle all the things that we're about to run into down the road is something that this senior class is huge on. We're not trying to let anybody get complacent at all.
Talk about not getting complacent for yourself. I mean, not that you didn't have a sense of urgency, in your first season, but you feel kind of a different vibe even in your own thoughts and the way you approach things, given that it's your last ride.
Definitely. I definitely feel like this team is special, and it would be a shame for us to not become what we should be just because somebody got complacent or complacency kind of got in the team somewhere. And so I think that's something that we all feel as a senior group.
You mentioned this team's pretty special. Dylan Harrell was saying yesterday that he thought that this was the closest group that he's been on.
Yeah.
When you look at this overall team, what distinguishing characteristics kind of stand out to you about this team this year?
I completely agree with that statement. That's something that a lot of us had talked about. Just the closeness of this team. When you look at the roster, we're a very mature team as far as guys that have been here, guys that have been through those years that you're talking about. And so I just think we've grown to love and care for each other a lot more just because we've been around each other a lot longer. And so I definitely would say that that's the main thing. Just how close we are is kind of sets us apart from the teams in the past.
And how will that translate to the field as you approach some pretty pivotal games kind of coming up in that championship phase?
Right. I think it will. I mean, just, you do things different for the ones you care about. And so I think that'll carry. I think that's it right there. I mean, if you care more, you're willing to sacrifice a little bit more for people that you're playing with and playing around and playing for.
When you look at Saturday, Duke has really turned their program around those past few years. What do you guys expect on Saturday?
A great game. I mean, it's a primetime game, home game here, senior day, and so we're definitely focused. I would say it is the biggest game of the year because it's the next one and because it's senior day. It's at home. I mean, we definitely don't want to have any letdowns, and so I mean, I think we're just as hungry as ever to go out and play as we have been.
Dabo was saying they play a lot of man coverage defensively. What have you seen?
Yeah, a lot of man coverage defensively. I think they're good up front. Offensively, they have a quarterback that is pretty good, and they run a lot of stuff through their quarterback, and so it should be a good game. But, yeah, he is right. Defensively, you do see a lot of man all over the place. They like to come up and challenge receivers, and then up front, I think they have a very good defensive line.
Saturday's also Military Appreciation Day. I'm sure you guys are aware that purple uniforms come out for a reason to celebrate the Purple Heart. Have you guys, probably you have 3 or 4 years here, but the younger guys, again, asking the question, have they been made aware of the military history here at Clemson and what it means to this campus and the community?
Yeah, they have. That's something that Swinney always touches on this week for that exact reason for the younger guys in the program. And so he'll probably go through that today, honestly, in our team meeting. He does a great job of letting guys know about our history as a military school. And so that's something that we take seriously, and then we love to put the purple on. I mean, it's once a year, and so again, that's just another reason why this game is special for all of us here at Clemson. Cool.